Okay, you're looking in your grade book for your class and you see you got a 4 on the IB rubric and you don't know whether you should feel proud of yourself or freak out. Let's explore. Remember that IB scores are different than points. It's different to get a 4 on a rubric than it is to get 4 out of 8 points on an assignment. A 4 out of 8 points would mean you got a 50%. Yeah, you might want to worry a little bit if that's the case. But a 4 on the IB rubric is a score that gives you information. It communicates something to you about your learning. So let's take a second and see what it tells us. Let's imagine that I am trying to learn how to play the bagpipes. I've never learned them before. I know nothing about them at all, except I think they sound really cool and really loud. When I start, I don't know what any of the parts are called. I don't even know what the case the bagpipes come in is called. I don't know how to put them together. I am beginning. I don't know. I can try, and I'm going to spend this part of my learning just figuring out what the different parts are called and how to put them together. In class, you're doing this beginning work in your practice assignments. Those are the assignments that are teaching you the language and the things that you're going to learn how to put together. If you're getting a 1 or a 2 on your formatives, that's good information to prompt you to go back and check your practice work. Are you engaging in the lessons teachers are giving you to do this beginning work? Beginning work isn't bad. I will never learn how to play the bagpipes if I don't do it. It's just that I need to learn all that stuff before I can move on to progressing. Now, this is acceptable and good quality work. If I'm learning how to play the bagpipes and I've moved past beginning, now I can open them up. I know what all the parts are called. I can put them together. I can fill the bag up with air. I can blow and make noise. And I might even be able to play some notes. Nobody is going to hire me right now to come and play bagpipes at their wedding, I hope. But I could keep teaching myself from this point forward because I know the basics and I can use them to do something. If you're getting a 3 or a 4 on your formatives, that's telling you you've got the very basics in hand and you're starting to be able to do something with them. By the top of the 4 band, you're actually using your knowledge and skills with some flexibility. You can kind of do something with them. So getting a 4 on the IB rubric is good information that you've got the basics down. And if I keep practicing, now I'm in the mastering level of the rubric. This is generally high quality and high quality, occasionally innovative work. Now I can pick up my bagpipes and I can play music. I can play back a song that my bagpipe teacher plays for me. I can read some notes. I can play some of the classic Scotland Forever and some of the other classic bagpipe songs. I could pull out bagpipes at a family party in the backyard. You didn't want to do it in the house. And everyone would politely applaud. Probably still not going to get a lot of wedding gigs out of this work, but I am a decent bagpipe player and I might just feel like I'm happy with that. I'm good with that. So if you're getting in that 5-6 band, you are considered to have mastered the standards that we want you to learn in the course. And you are even starting to use some of what you know in real world situations, sometimes even without the teacher having to coach you or prompt you. 5 and 6 scores are pretty solid scores that show you that you own your learning and you don't have to stop there. So now I have my bagpipes and I'm hanging out and I am listening to the Beatles and I decide, you know what, this song would sound really good on the bagpipes. And then I add in a little Led Zeppelin and a little K-pop and I make a mashup on my bagpipes and then somebody hears me and asks me to be in their band. And now I am a bagpipe player and a musician who can use my bagpipes to do pretty much anything I want to do. That's what it means when you're in that 7-8 band. And there isn't an 8 on the final scores because honestly, no one can always be at the very top of their game in every single thing. And we don't even want you to think that you could be. So a 7 is the highest score possible to get at the end of a course for your overall grade. And this is like you have nuanced understanding. You can take this information and use it in lots of different settings. You could bring it with you to art class or math class or the community center down the street or the state capitol, and you would know how this information applies. So you want to strive for that because ultimately we want you to know things that you can use in the real world. But this is where we consider you to have mastered the information and be able to use it with some flexibility. Like you can actually make this learning yours. Here, you've got the groundwork set to be able to become a lifelong learner. And here, you're beginning, which is where everybody has to start, no matter what it is you're learning. So use these scores to help you decide, where am I as a learner? What do I need to do next? And where do I want to land?